Wagwan, what you saying? You good, yeah? Look, I know it's been a while, or it's been a minute since I've uploaded, but I don't know, man. Shit has just kind of happened, and I don't exactly want to get into that here, but let's just say I've got with the pandemic and everything, let's just say my creative juices have started flowing again. And a big reason for that is who we're going to be talking about today. See, I've been a fan of wrestling for about 22, 23, 24 years now, and I've been watching all the big promotions. I've been watching your WWE, your AEW, your Impact, your Ring of Honor. Are they still big? I don't know. But yeah, I've been watching all of the big promotions, and I've been dabbling into some more independent shows too. Nowadays though, for a myriad of reasons, many of which I will not be getting into here, I don't know, during the pandemic I've become more adventurous. I wanted to set my horizons higher, cast my net farther, cast my net wider. And ironically, during the pandemic, I wanted to check out some of the stuff from the land of the rising sun in Japan. More specifically, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, which is the sister company of Dramatic Dream Team, better known as DDT, where things tend to get a little wild.
おい待て、ナイスだ。ナイスつもりだ、おい。おい、嘘だろ。やめろ。やめろ。これ以上はやめろ。これ以上はやめろ。お前やめとけ。もうやめとけ。これ以上は。やめろって。おい。
Ladies and gentlemen, Maki Itoh.
You gonna sing for us? The standout fan favorite in the first round of the Japanese side of the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament bracket. He was a sensation in that tournament.
Maki Itoh came into DDT as an idol for the idol group Link, and then later transitioned to a full-time wrestler. If you want to know more about her journey there, I'd recommend checking out Joe Shizzle's video on it. It's pretty dope. But basically DDT has links to various idol groups, and a lot of them perform during their shows, or at least they used to. It's basically what the Up Up Girls do now at the beginning of every Tokyo Joshi show, and Maki Itoh had done the same up until she was eventually fired by her idol group. But honestly, before that she was already making appearances for DDT as a wrestler, and was already at a crossroads with her wailing idol career versus her arguably more successful wrestling career, and thought, hey, this wrestling gig is working out pretty well, huh? Wherever the chips fell, she was born to be an entertainer. And thus, the cutest wrestler in the world was born. He's brash, arrogant, overconfident, sometimes just downright obnoxious, but above all else, she is the cutest in the world. Or kawaii, which is cute in Japanese if for some reason you didn't know. But this is not without its drawbacks. Obviously, it leads to her butting heads with not only her opponents, but her allies as well, and ends up costing them matches in the process. And I know what what you're thinking, right? That makes her a bad guy, it makes her a heel, and you know, whenever she comes out we have to hiss and moan and boo, and I don't know if booing is even a thing in Japan, but we must boo the evil Maki Itoh. Not exactly. See, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling doesn't really operate on a traditional good guy versus bad guy or babyface versus heel storytelling mechanics, since it's more of a comedy or a variety show, and more often than not the audience just kind of decides who their favorites are and cheers and boos accordingly, or just really politely and really passionately clap because Japan has banned cheering and shouting because of the pandemic. That is until Saki-sama and Yabishiki-gun come along and bully and brainwash other wrestlers into joining them. Anyways, back to Maki Itoh. The thing I love about her is that for me, she might be the most relatable character on the roster. I mean, possibly even ever. She does have a heart, but often wears it on her sleeve. Why? I mean, if I had to guess, I think it has to go back to her origins as an idol. You see, I mentioned that before coming into Tokyo Joshi Pro, Maki Itoh was an idol, which on the surface may look like she just comes to a wrestling show and then performs and then goes home, right? Except there's a lot more that goes into it than that. Not only do you perform wrestling shows, but other shows as well. And I mean other shows fucking everywhere. You are performing all the time. At a wrestling show, at a concert hall, at the mall, at a train station, at a market, even on the fucking street. On top of that, you have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, act a certain way, all around the clock, just selling tickets for these shows and trying to sell yourself, promote your label, and just, God, and on top of that, you have Japan's crazy work ethic where you're basically asking for a kidney if you ask for a day off. And Maki had to endure all of this and a whole lot more. Apparently including getting surgery on her head because ちょっと待って。
I didn't think that there was anything about my appearance that I needed to change until someone from my company told me that my head shape was weird.
Head shape?
Yes, like that there was something wrong with my head.
Looks pretty normal to me.
Well, they suggested that I could have gotten surgery to fix my head shape.
What? How do you fix a head shape in the first place?
I'm not sure.
You mean like the whole, like the head? Like
Yeah, my actual head.
I don't understand why this is a thing. See, please, could someone explain to me why? And even after working her ass to the bone and going through all of that, she still got fired. So basically there's gonna be some anxiety, there's gonna be trust issues, especially like when you're that young and you have your legs cut out from under you and you have your whole career taken away from you like that. Especially like when you work as hard as you can and do everything that's asked of you, only for this super cutthroat industry to be like, nah. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people look at Maki, they see the cute outfits, they see the brash, they see the bravado, they see the trolling on Twitter, and honestly, all of that, it adds so much to her character and it's great. But also, I feel like it could be a shield or a band-aid to what could be some real emotional baggage stemming from all of these issues in her previous career. And knowing that it can all be taken away from you with no real rhyme or reason, and that shit weigh heavily on you, man. But again, that's why I love her. It all just makes you want to root for her that much more and get behind her more, and just she takes all of that energy, all of that frustration, and channels it into this undeniable energy and charisma throughout her matches, and it just, man, she is just so much fun to watch.
であと伊藤選手は多分キャリア10年超えた女子プロレスラーと対戦するの初めてじゃないですか。これ
シングルでは初めてでしょうね。さあここはインターバルを取っていきますが、なんだ
水木選手、ちょっと水木選手の動向がね注目だったんですが、ニュートラルですね。
助けを求めてます。
そんな伊藤さんは嫌いです。一人でやれる。だって伊藤さん可愛いから。
この顔はあまり可愛くないんですよね。
伊藤ちゃんは可愛いって言われることが一番モチベーションになりますからね。
そうなんですよ。
満員の後楽園ホールも伊藤真希を
気持ちだけじゃどうにもならない。
I think one of my favorite matches from last year was during the 2020 Tokyo Princess Cup, where Maki Itoh faced Miyu Watanabe in a tournament match. Miyu Watanabe is another fellow idol wrestler who basically pulls double duty doing both singing and wrestling, basically succeeding where Maki ultimately failed. And the reason I enjoyed this match so much is because I didn't really know much about Miyu going in, but I felt so much more educated coming out of it. And a lot of that is down to how Maki Itoh plays the underdog in this match, constantly fighting from underneath. Miyu essentially has it all. She's vibrant, beautiful, charismatic, strong, and fierce. And dude, when that bell rings, she will not hesitate to break you over her knee. It's like Maki was the Batman to her Bane. And that sets the tone for this match. Miyu is coming to fight. Miyu is coming to win. Miyu is coming to break Maki. And Maki needs to find a way to stop her and overcome these odds. And because of that, Maki Itoh is constantly scratching and clawing her way through this match to get any amount of offense in, looking for any window of opportunity, only for Miyu to constantly chop her down at every turn. But after taking a fucking beating and by the skin of her teeth, Maki manages to put Miyu away with not one, but two diving headbutts, and just managing to survive. And for me, watching this for the first time, it established Miyu as a pretty dominant threat going forward. At the end of the day, she might not be the most experienced, she might not be the most technical wrestler, but I think she has it where it counts with her charisma and just being able to connect with the audience as well as she does, adapting to every situation just seamlessly throughout every match. It's just so much. It's so cool to watch. See, the Princess Cup of last year of 2020 was actually my first time getting into Tokyo Joshi proper because I really wanted to explore and check out all these other cool promotions. And I figured that was the best, since it's a tournament, I figured it was the best way to get to know everyone on the roster. And while Itoh-chan will always be my favorite, I figured, this is a fun way to get to know everyone. At the end of the day, wrestling can be whatever you want it to be. It's a beautifully diverse medium. I mean, that's why I enjoy Tokyo Joshi so much. Some matches are hard-hitting, some matches are comedy, some matches are technical, and then some matches are just confusing? But either way, hell, Hyper Misao vs. Miyu Masha from last year's Tokyo Princess Cup starts out as a comedy match and then slowly transitions into being just a fucking war by the end of it. I swear to God, I've never seen a transition like that, like fucking ever. In a way, Maki's journey has kinda reached an arc recently. She reunited with her old idol group, Link, or at least the newest iteration of it, where she says that she hung out with the newer members and all the younger members came to ask her for advice, and honestly, it's just a really wholesome moment. And in addition to that, she's gotten so popular that she finally made her debut on AEW, which was a personal dream for her, and knowing what she's been through to get to that point, I don't know, man, it just kind of brings like a little warm fuzzy feeling. It's just super, super dope. See, this is why I wanted to make this video. It's not, often that I ever get to talk about a wrestler that I adore in this way. Just shooting the shit with you guys and just talking about how awesome she is. And, it was fun to get into a promotion that, isn't just WWE with a coat of paint. And Maki Itoh helped me get there. And, it's because of Maki Itoh and Tokyo Joshi that I've come to appreciate, characters and storytelling and all of that good stuff in its simplicity, especially with the language barrier. See, I'm studying Japanese, but obviously I don't know all of Japanese, so, it's a way for wrestlers to be able to communicate with international fans without, the need for subtitles or English promos. It's a lot of fun to get into, and I really, really recommend it. It's just beautiful in its simplicity. And it's because of wrestlers like Maki Itoh that make it so much more accessible and fun. And I guess I just personally want to say thank you to Maki Itoh for, 2020 wasn't an easy year for anyone. And, I want to thank her for being a guiding light for me, for getting into this new wrestling promotion, for being such an awesome and warm presence, and just being a hero to me, and for making me fall in love, I guess, with wrestling again. And just, I hope if she ever sees this, I don't know if she will, but if she ever sees this, I want her to know that everything that she's done for me, I'll appreciate more than she'll ever know. God, that got heavy. I guess in many ways, you could call Maki Itoh the Frank Sinatra of wrestling. Because at the end of the day, she did it her way. I'll see you guys soon.
結婚したいんだが相手いないけど。Do you have any hobby? A hobby? I like eating. I like eating and sleeping. I am a human. Today I slept for 11 hours and I like order Uber Eats, Mac or pizza. I like and Monster. Recently じゃない。In Japan, before quarantine finish, lockdown, quarantine finish, but still I stay home because I don't have friend, so I stay home. はい、ということでね、じゃあ次中地さんですね。ありがとうございます。I like home. I like my best friend is home. I like home. Home is safety. Don't die. I don't die. So safety. 中地さんありがとうございます。今もコロナが大変だね。いや本当に第2波怖いっすねマジで。We are your friends. Thank you. Thank you very much. ジョーさんありがとう。そうか。You are my friend か。Thank you very much. You are kind. You are my hero. Thank you very much. 伊藤ちゃんの結婚相手をガチで募集したら大勢のシンプスたちが集まりそう。いや私ねファンとは結婚しないかな